Hi, what's up? My name is Leia. What's your name?
Keenan.
Keenan, what's your zodiac sign?
Taurus.
Taurus. You a bull. Okay. What's the sign of your favorite relationship?
I tend to attract Virgos.
Oh,
For some
God,
reason.
I cannot deal with Virgos.
I know.
At all.
I'm learning that too, but for some reason I keep attracting Virgos. I guess our energy just matches or something.
Oh, goodness. What's the most toxic thing you've ever done in a relationship?
The most toxic thing I've ever done in a relationship was probably just physically. I just got into a physical altercation. Yeah,
You been fighting.
yeah, you know.
I believe we all.
That's probably the most toxic thing I've ever gotten into.
So what's the zodiac sign of your favorite relationship?
Of my favorite relationship would probably be a Leo. Yeah, it was definitely probably a Leo. Or a Taurus.
I'm so iffy about Leo. So the same sign.
Yeah, the same sign. So, like I dated a Taurus before, and that relationship was smooth.
Oh.
Like we had no issues. We only really broke up because it was just jobs, was moving us in other locations and things like that. But other than that, we understood each other.
Okay, wow. Leo's is rough too. You like a challenge.
I'm through.
Well, thank you so much. Leia, what's your name?
Andre.
Hi, Andre.
How you doing?
What is your zodiac sign?
Virgo. Virgin.
We keep running into these Virgo men. I don't like y'all. No, I'm just playing.
You must be Pisces.
I am a Libra. I'm a Libra woman. Yes. So, what is the most toxic thing you've ever done in a relationship?
Cheat.
Cheat.
Yes.
On what level though? Because some people wouldn't consider that toxic.
That's toxic when you cheat physically, yes.
Physically cheating is toxic.
Yes, it is.
So what do you think the role of women in your life is? What is the role of a woman? Like all women.
Oh, wow.
In your life.
Basically, she's almost like a caretaker because most men, when you think about it, they've always been taken care of by their woman, starting with their mother, the grandmother,
right.
Maybe even their sister, but
right.
Almost like a caretaker. But really, she's supposed to be a helpmate. That's what she was designed to do. If you look in the Bible, biblically speaking, she was supposed to be a helpmate. Helpmate.
A helpmate?
That's correct. Why are you shaking your head? You don't know what I mean by that?
I know what you mean. I just don't necessarily.
That means
So who helps her?
He does. That's where they're supposed to be working together. When you become a companionship as two people, right?
Uh-huh.
You become together and you work together to get to a certain point in life. You can
I
do it
agree.
individually or you can do it with two. You get there faster with two people.
You get there faster with two people?
Yes, you do.
There, meaning the end goal, meaning what
you and your mate have set up to be. The end goal.
So what is the man's role in a woman's life, do you believe?
That's a great question. That's something that a woman would have to answer because me speaking personally, if I said what was my role as being a woman, I'm supposed to help her to fulfill wherever she needs to get physically, financially, emotionally, wherever she needs to get to. I'm supposed to help provide for her to get to that point as well. Mm-hmm. So I do all that I can to make sure she becomes her full potential because what most people don't do is they stop. They don't help a person get to their full potential. They think basically, I'm going to get there before she does, or I'm going to get there before he does, and then I'm going to bail.
Oh, I get what you're saying. So basically, like using each other.
That's correct.
But everybody has to be used. That's what life is all about.
Really?
Yeah, it's a give and take. So everybody's using each other.
I don't think everybody has to be used.
It doesn't have a negative connotation when you think about it in terms of you're being useful. Like everybody wants to have a purpose in being useful.
Used and useful.
But you're being used. It's
useful and used are two different terms.
The only way you can be used is if you're useful.
No.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that.
You don't agree with that?
No,
How can you be used if you're not useful?
Yeah, okay, used. Okay, when you buy a car it's either new or used, correct?
Uh-huh.
All right, now, when you buy that same car, right, the car is either useful or it's not useful, meaning that it's designed for the purpose of getting you where you need to be, or it's not useful.
Uh-huh.
There's a difference between a used car. A used car can be useful. A new car cannot be useful sometimes.
We're talking about humans.
I know that, but we're talking about a
when
term right now.
we
We're trying to
reduce-
define a term. We're trying to define a term between used and useful. then we can apply it to humans, right?
But everybody, I feel, has to be. It's a give and then it's a take.
We just said
so
that,
then we're
companionship.
using each other to get to where we need to.
But we're not being used. We're useful to each other. We're helping each other.
It's just pretenses.
Okay,
That's the only difference,
so
right?
we talk about semantics. So what you think is, it's like potatoes and potatoes, right? What you think is a certain term, what it means to you, might be different from what it means to me. So that's where it comes with the man and the woman. They have to come together and come to terms, common ground, and solve terms. What means what to you means this to me. That's why we don't connect. Because one pulls away and say, no, you don't even understand me. So then they go their separate ways.
You are absolutely right. That brings me to my next point, which was how do you think we can get a better understanding between men and women?
Easily.
Because I do feel like we have
Easily.
two different languages.
I can tell you that right now.
What's
by
that?
listening to each other. And when I say by listening, by really listening. Because most people listen, but they're too busy thinking of what they're trying to say next, that they miss the point of what somebody else is trying to say.
I get that, but then listening only goes so far if you just truly don't understand. So how do we get some understanding?
Asking questions, communicating honestly. Most people don't, when they communicate,
It's like I feel like we speak different languages. It's like if I was listening to a Chinese person talk all day, I can listen all day, but if I don't know the
now
language,
you're talking languages.
No, but I'm saying, but if I don't know the language, I think we men and women have two different languages.
Of course we do, because they're designed differently. We're basically
and
designed
women have invested in learning a man's language, and I don't believe
men have invested that.
Yes,
most of them haven't, because they think a certain way.
So how do you think we can push for that to be a thing where men want to?
Well, first
invest
they have
in
to
learning?
be. They have to be willing to listen and to sit down and really listen. That comes from a sense of caring. Most men just don't care. They I don't want to hear what you got to say. That's just the bottom line. I say what I have to say. That's it. I'm done. But you have to come from a situation of caring. I have to really care about what my woman wants to say. I got to really listen. Some men just don't come from that background.
Right.
And they have to be reprogrammed. A lot of men have to be reprogrammed.
They do.
Yeah, a lot of women have to be reprogrammed.
And a lot of women are not in the business. These days, they don't necessarily have time because they have to fix themselves now.
And they got to fix
fix a man who potentially could get fixed
And I wrote a book called Fix My Man. It's called Fix My Man. You can Google it.
And what is that book about? Please tell me.
It's 25 things women need to do in order to fix their man.
Why should women fix their man?
Well, it's not a matter of why should they fix him if they want to fix him. It's just actually give you some topics to think about when you go into a relationship with a man. What do you need? First thing you need to do, any woman that gets with a man, she needs to know that a man knows his father. That's the first thing. He needs to know
his father.
That's correct.
I agree.
He can be fixed by knowing his dad.
I agree.
Most men right now don't know anything about their fathers.
Don't know shit. Don't know their dads.
They don't know their dad.
They only know their moms.
That's
and
correct.
Then they want their women to be like their moms.
That's correct.
We're not your mothers.
No.
We did not birth you.
No.
So it does not have to be unconditional.
Exactly.
It's very conditional.
That's correct.
We agree on that?
I agree totally.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right. You're welcome.
What's your name?
Terrell.
Terrell. Hi, Terrell. Hey. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Virgo.
Virgo. Oh. Let me step away. What's the sign of your favorite relationship?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't really look into that.
You don't look into that? So what do you believe the role of a woman is?
I don't really believe in roles.
You don't believe in roles?
No, not for real. I feel like it's like things.
Well, your ideal relationship.
I mean, I think it's ideal relationship is a good balance. I feel like both should, bring things to the table, but I don't necessarily believe in gender roles.
Not necessarily gender roles, more so energy roles. Like the energy of a man is usually protect and then the energy of a woman is
protector, provider, and then woman brings. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't really know.
Nobody, because y'all don't get into what women actually bring because you mostly just.
I feel like if it feels right. If it feels right, it feels right.
If it feels right.
Yeah.
But do you have women in your life, sisters, moms?
Yeah, of course.
So what do they do for you?
Well, my mom offers advice. She's always been like my rock.
Always go straight to their mothers when I talk about the role of a
That's
woman.
my mom. I mean, that's my mom. My sister, you know, she does kind of like the same thing because all my sisters are older than me. So, like, I was always the baby. But, you know, they give me advice, you know, give me love, you know, show me compassion, you know, teach me how to love.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you so much. Sean, what's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Gemini.
Okay, Gemini. Woo! What's the most toxic thing you've ever done?
I mean, cheating is toxic. That's regular.
That's regular, unfortunately, but we don't call it cheating. We call it outsourcing.
So I guess talking to my girlfriend type shit.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, it happens. You never did that before?
No.
Yeah. See, look.
Not why.
You talking about why? You know why? It happens.
It wasn't my boyfriend, no. It was just somebody I was talking to.
He knew.
Yeah, eventually, after I had to tell him because we pulled up on in the same.
You more toxic than me. Next question. You know the answer to that question.
What do you think? What do you think the role of a woman is?
That's a good question. Oh, damn. Y'all don't really do nothing tangible though. Everything I do is intangible.
I told you, they really think, you really think that.
Yeah, y'all just like support emotional, but as far as like
Emotional support, that's
all
it?
y'all do.
That's what dogs are for. So then you can
Y'all
get a
don't-
dog for that. So what else?
Nah, but a female, you feel like you trust her, stuff like that. But as far as like resources and bring something to the table that matters, nah, I mean,
Are you crazy?
What-
You just
what?
ain't got the right woman. That's all. I see.
no, even
You
if she do,
just-
look, even if she do got the money, she's
not
not
even
gonna
the
put
money.
it up.
You don't want women with. I mean, that's not
No,
what
and then
you.
I'm saying she got her own money. She's still not gonna spend it. She's still gonna depend on you to spend it.
The role of a woman is to enhance your life. Anything you bring, whether small or big, it can be enhanced with the right woman. So you have a house, but it's just a house, and she'll make it a home. You have a good life, but you have a woman, and so you have your life
But
is
listen,
more
if you
fulfilled.
if
Women
you-
pay attention to detail in a way that a man never could. So you have a woman on your team. You have meetings or whatever. You're